How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
Pakistan have left themselves with no room for error as they enter the game, which provides little room for error. What can we expect from Pakistan as they brace for the challenge of India in Dubai? Let's find out on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day, where we have the company of Urooj Mumtaz joining us from Karachi. Urooj, thank you for your time. Always a pleasure. Conventional wisdom dictates that this is when Pakistan are at their most dangerous in multi-nation tournaments, but we know that a lot will need to change from what we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, I think that conventional wisdom was backed up by a lot of good talent, brilliant leadership, and some quite extraordinary match winners in the side. I think that is the one difference between Pakistan being in a corner and bouncing back with the team that we have at hand at the moment. I think Fakhr's injury is a massive, massive blow to obviously Pakistan's chances in the Champions Trophy, but in particular to the obviously contest against India. Now, Imam slots in. Babar's obviously out of form. There was a lot that was said about the way Pakistan approached the game, in particular Babar, the top order not firing and playing in Dubai. I don't think Pakistan has enough quality spinners either. So, all in all, I think odds stacked up against them at the moment.
As they were the last time these two teams met at the Champions Trophy, which was a final that turned out well for Pakistan. But more seriously, Imam ul Haq has been drafted into the squad, having not played an ODI since he was dropped midway through the 2023 World Cup. Does he slot straight into the 11 for you, or are you considering any other options?
Well, I think you have to now look at the surface of where we're playing. I was in Dubai for the ILT20 for an entire month. Obviously, those wickets are tired. They will take a lot of spin, as we saw against India, Bangladesh as well. Imam is someone who likes to use his feet. But yes, the problem now lies that not just Imam, Babar, and even Saud up the order all take a little bit of time, are more anchors in the one-day format. Even Saud hasn't played a lot of one-day cricket, and then there's still conversation around where Babar opens or not. So the only other option they have is Usman, or then Saud and Imam open and Babar bats at 3, and then you have Rizwan come in at 4. There's quite a lot of questions. I don't think Usman is the choice, albeit that's the only option Pakistan have left in terms of making use of that power play, because he's not the kind of guy who hangs around. But I still feel he's slightly one-dimensional square of the wicket on the offside, and in Dubai you'll probably need a little bit more versatility than that.
Now, Imam ul Haq does come into the squad on the back of a 94 ball 98 batting for Pakistan Shaheens against South Africa in one of the Champions Trophy warm-ups. But irrespective of personnel, Urooj, there is also a need for the approach to be reconsidered. It was such a topic of conversation, seeing the way the innings panned out against New Zealand in the tournament opener. How do they go about fixing that? Do people like Salman Agha and Khushdil Shah assume much more important roles?
A conversation that was worthy of having, and worthy of all experts having an opinion on it, because it was such a valid conversation. When you were chasing 320 from the outset there, Pakistan had to make use of the power play. Now, sometimes there is obviously that effort that you see and it's just not working out. That was the problem. For me, at least, it was the lack of the intent or the lack of the approach in trying to score those runs, and not leaving too much for too long for the back end to do what Khushdil and Salman Ali Agha tried their hand at. The game was far beyond Pakistan's reach at that point. So now the thing is, again, I mentioned Dubai surface earlier on. It won't be as flat by any stretch compared to what Pakistan had. So there will be a realistic measure of difference in terms of whether they set or they're chasing. But the intent will have to be that they will have to manufacture runs, create runs, and they can't be bogged down. And the other thing Pakistan didn't do is whether they were just literally straight bad, dead bad, batting the ball back. It wasn't even turning the rotation of strike over, running hard between the wicket ones and twos when the boundaries did dry up. So all in all, if Pakistan leave too much, the game has gone from when you take it deep. Especially India, it's such an aggressive side. Again, versatile options in terms of their seamers, spinners, and I reckon all three spinners, if not more from India, will be very challenging for Pakistan tomorrow.
Right, so you've had the one look at Pakistan, the one look at India. Let's make you wear the selector's hat. What would be your batting combination with the order for this game against India to give Pakistan the best chance of succeeding?
I think I go back with Imam and Saud up the order. Unfortunately, Usman will have to miss out. I just find we need a little bit more experience and depth And then Babar comes in at 3, Rizwan 4, Salman Ali Agha 5, Khushdil Shah 6, and then obviously the tail follows over there. Spinners again, it'll be difficult to see. Khushdil will have to bowl, Salman Ali Agha will have to bowl, Abrar will have to do a lot of the bulk of the bowling. But our seamers will also have to be very disciplined on that Dubai track. So for me, Usman unfortunately misses out, and I would like to bring Babar down at 3. I still don't think he's comfortable. Obviously, you already mentioned he's sort of that anchor role. He likes to take his time. And you could see that he was not comfortable opening. He's got prolific numbers at 1 down, albeit it could be just one delivery, but it probably makes a difference for him. So I'd give Pakistan's best batter the position that he favors. So slot him in a 3 and give Imam a go coming off that good 90.
All right, we'll leave it there, Urooj. Thank you so much for setting up Pakistan's perspective to this India clash. If they're into their omens, Pakistan fans will know that the last 3 meetings between these sides in Dubai have ended Pakistan's way. All of them were T20 games, though. What can we expect this time?
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.